Hey guys, my name is Demas Rusli and I'm a photographer and designer based in Sydney, Australia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. I hope everyone's had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and everyone's staying safe out there. In this video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. I'm going to be giving my first impressions and we're going to be going outside later to do a camera test. So before we talk about this phone, I just want to thank Samsung for kindly sending me this review unit to check out before the release date. This video is not sponsored by Samsung in any way, so I'm going to be giving my honest first impressions and I'm going to be giving my honest opinion on the camera as well. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is running an Exynos 2100 chipset. It's got 12 gigs of RAM and 128, 256 or 512 gigs of internal storage. Unfortunately, they've taken out the expandable storage slot, so you can't add any more storage with a micro SD card anymore, which is a little bit of a shame, but 512 gigs is still actually quite a lot. And for a photographer like me who shoots lots of photos and videos on my phone, it should still be plenty enough. It's got a 6.8-inch Infinity O display and it's got 120Hz adaptive refresh rate, which means it's going to be super smooth when you're just scrolling and using the phone. It's got a maximum resolution of 3200 by 1440 pixels, which is WQHD+. So in previous Samsung devices, you weren't actually able to use the 120Hz refresh rate with the maximum resolution of the screen, but on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, you're actually able to use the 120Hz refresh rate with the maximum resolution of the screen, which is going to be really nice. It's got a 5000 mAh battery, which is huge. It's even bigger than the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra's battery, and it's able to do 25 watts super fast charging, so your phone should be able to charge really fast. Unfortunately, if you want to be able to do this 25 watt super fast charging, you're going to have to buy a separate power brick because it's not included in the box. But if you're upgrading from a recent Samsung Galaxy phone, you can still use the same power brick from your old device. So the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is the first Galaxy S series device to be able to be S Pen compatible. So if you have an old Note device and you have an S Pen, you can actually use it on this device. If you don't have an old Note phone, you're going to have to purchase this separately if you want to do some note taking or if you want to have a pen to use for this phone. It also has the same super fast 9 millisecond latency, just like the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So when you're writing notes on the phone, it's going to be super fast and responsive. So the color I have in my hand here is a Phantom Black color, which is my favorite because I'm an architectural designer and all I wear is black anyways, so which is perfect. But it also comes in Phantom Silver, and there's going to be eStore exclusive colors of Phantom Titanium, Phantom Navy and Phantom Brown. So the biggest design change for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has got to be the back of the phone, where they've now replaced the shiny glass back material to now like a more metal finish, which I quite like because it's less of a fingerprint magnet and it's just nicer to hold in the hand and less slippery. And also this camera module, which we're going to be talking about in just a second for the camera test, but they've pushed it all the way up to the top right corner. But yeah, I quite like the look of it and it's really nice to hold in the hand overall. Alright, so now let's talk about the cameras, which is what I'm most excited about because I'm a photographer. So let's go outside and I'll show you guys how the camera performs. The Galaxy S21 Ultra has 4 cameras: the ultra wide angle, the standard wide angle, and 2 zoom cameras which shoot at 3x and 10x optical zoom. The 5th circle on the back here is a super fast laser autofocus sensor. With these 4 cameras, you'll be able to capture any scene in so many different angles. The ultra wide angle camera has a 12 megapixel f2.2 lens. It's great for capturing the entire scene or location and giving context to your photos. I personally use this lens quite often as I shoot a lot of urban and architecture photography. This ultra wide angle camera is pretty standard now in phones, and I would say it's comparable or similar in terms of quality to recent Samsung flagship devices. The standard wide angle camera has a 108 megapixel f1.8 sensor. It's essentially a 12 megapixel sensor that can split each megapixel into 9 smaller parts when the 108 megapixel mode is switched on. To switch it on, you just have to click this button here at the top. Again, the quality of this camera is also comparable to recent Samsung flagship devices in my opinion. Having a camera that's 108 megapixels is nice to have, and it's good for when you go to an epic location and may want to print your images in large format in the future. But I would only recommend using it in special cases because it does take a bit longer to process and takes up more memory as well. The detail and quality of the 108 megapixel images are quite good as you're able to zoom in quite a bit and still retain a lot of quality. You can easily get so many different crops from one single image. This is especially useful when you're out shooting and not sure what composition you want. You can just take a shot and then crop or compose it later on. Next, there's the two telephoto lenses. The first one is the 3x 10 megapixel f2.4 lens, which I think is more useful than the previous phones that only have the 5x zoom. The quality is better too, in my opinion. And to top it off, there's also a 10x optical zoom 10 megapixel f4.9 lens as well, which is also capable of shooting at 100x digital zoom. Samsung is calling this Space Zoom 2.0. They've added a better inbuilt stabilization system so you can shoot at 100x handheld. Just tap the phone when you want to lock in on a composition, and when this yellow box appears on the top right, take the shot. The quality isn't the best at 100x, but I think it's definitely improved from the S20 Ultra. And because it can shoot at 100x, it means that the quality of the 30x and even the 50x is going to be better. Another big improvement is the Pro mode, which I use a lot when I do mobile photography. With this mode, you're able to adjust your settings manually to get the cleaner shots and also shoot in RAW so that you're able to have more flexibility and data when editing your photos. On previous Samsung phones, you're only able to use the standard wide-angle camera in this Pro mode, but now you can also use the ultra-wide-angle camera too, which is a game changer for me. I also tested the single take mode, which allows you to shoot a 10-second video and then the AI automatically creates up to 14 photos or videos from that 10-second clip. This is perfect for when you want to capture a moment but not sure if you should take a photo or video or both. Like when your partner or friend asks you to take a photo or video for them, or when someone's blowing out a candle at a party, for example. Here are a few examples of what the single take mode can give you from just one recording. Lastly, for photos, I also wanted to see the quality of the night mode, as I usually do a lot of low light and night photography. From these test shots I took, you probably need a tripod or something to keep your camera steady when taking low light shots in night mode or Pro mode. But I think I prefer Pro mode as you're able to control the ISO. Night mode is more convenient though, as you don't need to tweak any settings. All you have to do is just press the button. Next, let's talk about the 40 megapixel selfie camera. I don't usually take selfies, but the 40 megapixels is definitely nice to have. And now you can shoot at 4K 30 and 60 fps using the selfie camera. So it's going to be really good for people who vlog or record selfie videos. So here's the test using the selfie camera shooting in 4K. So if you want to vlog using your phone, this is what it's going to look like and sound like. So let me know how it is. For video, all 4 cameras can shoot in 4K 30 fps, 1080p 30 and 60 fps, and 720p 30 fps. Here are some examples of what the video quality looks like. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra can also shoot 4K 60 fps and 8K 24 fps, but this can only be activated using the standard wide-angle lens. Being able to shoot 8K on your phone is nice to have, but I don't think I'll be shooting in 8K as it does take a lot more memory and there are not that many 8K devices out there currently to be able to play the files at its full potential. I also tested the super steady or inbuilt stabilization capabilities by shooting a video while running. This is only available at 1080p 30 and 60 fps using the ultra wide angle camera or the standard wide angle camera, which makes sense because it's technically recording a wider video and then digitally stabilizing by moving the edges of the frame. Overall, I think the Super Steady did a good job in reducing shake when there's a lot of unwanted movement in your videos. There's also Pro Video mode, which allows you to control the settings while recording, like zoom speeds and mic direction. Alright, so here's a video of me testing out the Omni mic. Here's the audio for the front mic, and here's the audio for the rear mic. This is what the slow-mo mode at 240 fps looks like. And this is the super slow-mo mode at 960 fps. The quality for this mode isn't the best, but again, it's nice to have on your phone. Finally, I shot a few time-lapses using the hyperlapse mode. I like how you can now shoot hyperlapses and time-lapses using the ultra-wide-angle camera as well as the standard wide-angle camera too, which was the only option in previous Samsung phones. So overall, after using the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra for a couple of days now, I'm actually really impressed with this phone. The design is super sleek and really nice to hold in the hand. It's lightweight and the screen is really bright and really nice to use with the 120Hz refresh rate. It's just a really good experience. The battery life is really good, it lasted me easily a full day, and the cameras I would say is probably the best camera system I've used on a phone personally. The price for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra starts at 1,849 Australian dollars for the 128GB version. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions and camera test. If you want to see more videos like this coming soon, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or have any suggestions for future videos, drop them in the comments below. As always, thanks so much for watching, and remember to always push your creativity to the next level. Bye!